Well, it's been a really long, cold, wet spring, and Easter has finally arrived, and some good weather too. So I have a really nice selection of wines today. Easter is one of those holidays that a lot of people celebrate with their meal differently. So there are the brunch people, ham, lamb, chicken, sometimes seafood. I have a little something here for everyone, and of course I have some pairings for Easter candy too. So we'll start things off with my current obsession. This is the Avino Petulant Natural, so abbreviated, that's a pet nat. What that is naturally sparkling, but it hasn't gone through two fermentations like a Prosecco or a Champagne. The fermentation itself happens in the bottle, so it's fizzy, but it's not fully carbonated. It's very fresh and crisp. You see all those yummy bubbles in there. That is delicious. There's a note of nectarine and honeysuckle in there. Definitely citrus. It's really bright with great acidity. And this is Spanish, so this is from one of my favorite cava makers, and they do this nice pet nat. I would put this with appetizers, charcuterie, smoked sausage, different cheeses, definitely like a triple cream. And then I was thinking that it would also probably stand up nicely to a salty ham. I think this could really hold its own with it. The retail on this is around $14 to $17. Very delicious. Quaffable. Moving over to my Prosecco pick. I love Prosecco at Easter. This is the Massatina. Usually I recommend this for an aperitif, or if you're doing brunch, which I love to do at Easter, this is really a nice pairing. That's delicious. So that has a little more body to it. Definitely white flowers in there, peach and nectarine. It's soft. This would pair beautifully with brunch. So I was thinking eggs Benedict, waffles, syrup, maybe whipped cream topping, creme fraiche, sausage, bacon would all be just divine with this one. And the retail here is, maybe $12 to $15 for that. This is a cut above other Proseccos, I think, in my opinion. So then for a meal, for the main course, I would actually pick, this is my Armenian selection. This is the Kush. This is made with indigenous grapes to Armenia, Voskaha and Katani being the two primary ones. This drinks like champagne. So it has that sort of rich brioche note to it. Definitely some citrus in there. It's got beautiful minerality, medium bodied. This is very elegant, and I would put this with a roast chicken. You could do this with a pork tenderloin. I would even say that you could have this with ham. Would be just lovely, or just a glass by itself. The retail on this is $20 to $22, and I highly recommend this. Shifting over to the whites, I went with more of a springy white instead of some of the sort of standard tried and true Riesling Gewurz selections. This is a Muscadet. So this is the Louis Mettereau Muscadet. Muscadet is from the Loire Valley, typically a very bone dry style of white wine with lots of minerality in it. This one has a little more body to it. It's not super light, it's actually medium. So that actually has like a tiny bit of almost like honeyed pear in there, citrus notes, definitely lemon, and then what you get, which is classic Muscadet tasting note, is this sort of like seashell, sea spray element. So the perfect pairing with Muscadet is oysters, but I also think that this could hold up to a ham or a chicken, just a spring chicken, just as well. The retail here is $15 to $18 for this Muscadet. So I have to do a rosé, of course. It's springtime. We're moving into rosé season. This is the Parasol La Croix from southern France, and this is a Grenache Cinsault Syrah blend. I love Easter and rosé pairings. I think this goes really nice. This would be really nice with deviled eggs. Also maybe a quiche as well, and any other brunch fare, but also nice for an aperitif. So as you can see, this has sort of fresh watermelon, raspberry, strawberry in there. It's nice and dry. Again, this would be perfect for an aperitif, but again, it pairs really nicely with a range of foods for Easter, and I happen to like it with the more brunchy fare as well. And this usually is around $13 to $15 for retail. So we'll wrap it up for the wines with this beautiful Côte de Rhône, the Chateau Montfran red. So this is a Grenache-based Côte de Rhône. It's going to have a lot of blackberry, black currant, black cherry in it. It's really like a woody note in there too. Medium bodied. I love Côte de Rhône with lamb. That's sort of the perfect pairing in my opinion, especially an herbed roasted lamb. The herbs and this style of Côte de Rhône really work well together. That nice savory note in there. This retails for about $18, and this is just a gorgeous Côte de Rhône. So of course, I have to do an Easter and wine pairing. I have my candy basket here, and this is an adult candy basket because I have this beautiful little bottle of wine. This is the Wander and Ivy Sauvignon Blanc. I love these. They're single serve, glass bottles, organic wine that's in there, and this is actually, these come in, there's reds, there's a couple different wines, a Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and a rosé as well. They usually retail for $7 to $9, but I usually like to do what would I drink my wine and candy pairing. So I'm gonna say that I would probably do the Pet Nat with a little chocolate, and I'm a big fan of Peeps and Prosecco. And then of course, really you just can't go wrong with candy and wine anyways as it is. So that should do it for my Easter selections. Everyone enjoy your day. Happy Easter.